time for a brand new episode of Talking Jit.
I'm a little bit underhyped. What's the hype? He left with like a losing record. Conor McGregor, I'm talking about. Left with a losing record. He was exciting when he was winning constantly, right? But Poirier loses TKO KO twice, gets subbed by Khabib Nurmagomedov, friggin' easy. Fights Donald Cerrone, old Donald Cerrone, out of his prime Donald Cerrone. That was a nice knockout. I wish that fight would have gone a little bit longer, personally. But, it just seems like he's not like the Mystic Mac win column that,
Yeah, I think that you're dead on. Not to completely interrupt again. I feel like I've been doing that all night, but I think you're so right. I think McGregor is nothing but a name, but I think that's testament to his ability on the microphone, his ability as an individual, and as a personality. But again, there's a reason this is a sport. You can't just go out there and get on the mic. Maybe he's more suited for the WWE these days. But overall, I think that, again, by and large, I think I said that phrase a couple times right now, McGregor has always been somebody that rode the hype train. He, not to discredit him, right? There's a reason we say this behind a screen and not to his face. I think that technically not the most gifted fighter. I think that testament to any time he faced real skilled opponents, he was put to the test, especially as the meta was changing while he was an active fighter and became more wrestling focused as opposed to striking focused. You see that he never adapted his game, even though he had a jiu-jitsu background. And it just was so strange to see somebody just completely disregard the ground game and lose and I don't want to say give up, but more so neglect the changes in the game, right? And now like you said, he left on a losing record. Before he left, he had only fought once every 2 years.
And drew that belt out too,
Yeah. And that was like a big thing, him holding that belt back for a million years. So I think that sucks. And to get him to come back, right? Obviously the UFC loves their cash cow, and they're going to milk him for every ounce that they can. That's what business is, right? So who are we to say that the UFC is making a poor decision? Obviously the penny pinchers and the coin counters and in the front office of the UFC have decided that that's the way that it's going to be.
Yeah. And the other thing, to keep it real, to get back into to be honest, it's like no one has come back from a layoff. Is it 4 years, 5 years, 6?
I guess 5 years, right? It's 2026.
No one's come off a 5-year layoff and come back and won, except for GSP. I think was a 4-year layoff, went up a weight class and fought Bisping.
Yeah, that's GSP incredible.
Different talent to me than some people actually put McGregor on their Mount Rushmore of UFC fighters. And I don't know why. Again,
casuals.
We're talking to the screen. We train. We've got credentials. We coach guys. I'm not at the UFC level, obviously, but backyard coaching. McGregor's kept in shape, but dude, GSP is a disciplined animal. You could tell that if you look into him, if you know anything about him. That guy, even when he's not training, he's training. He's eating healthy. He's not out on a yacht and doing all this crap and getting in trouble. And don't have to blast all of his information here, but if you followed any of his court cases, because I did those rabbit holes a couple of times, it's pretty freaking I know that lifestyle. I've been around that lifestyle. It's not the best for fighting or healthy.
Not to again completely talk about his character, but objectively not a great person.
Yes. Yeah. And that doesn't make him and I think that's another reason why I never really fell in love with him. He can be entertaining. He can sell a fight. He's got a cool style. He's definitely got skills, but I think this is cardio versus power. And I guess classically everyone's saying with this fight, it's going to be volume puncher versus heavy striker. McGregor's got strength. He's put on weight and all that stuff. But I just and everyone's like, if Max makes it out of the first 2 rounds, it's going to be lights. It's going to be done from there. But I don't know, man. Like, I don't think, I don't even know if like I could see McGregor winning. You can always see him winning, but I just don't know if I can see him being dominant right off. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Again, I think it's one of those things, right? It's like age before beauty or whatever, but I don't think McGregor's going to come back and be a superstar again. And I think, doctor stoppage is probably the end of his career. I think that this is essentially an exhibition match in a weird way, right? I mean, Holloway is kind of this fan favorite, lovable guy, friendly, fun to talk to, fun to talk about, and McGregor's quite the opposite, right? He's fun to listen to, but I don't think anybody's ever had a good time talking to him, especially those judges, right? So let's look at.
He's a saved man now. I do like his new demeanor.
Like, yeah, I mean, hopefully that hopes to change him, but also plenty of people can put on a facade and change who they are for 10 minutes and come back and show their exact same colors. What's it like what's the phrase? Like a painted something never changes. I can't remember the phrase, but
I can look it up for you.
Yeah, and it basically, I don't think that you're going to see McGregor be a different person than he ever was. I think that his PR team is just working overtime. So, but Holloway. Now, enough about McGregor.
It's spots.
Max Holloway. Yes. What is it? A tiger never changes its spots. Yeah. Stripes. Yeah. A leopard never changes its spots. Yeah, that's it. The other side of the fight in this game is Max Holloway, who is the kind of the poster boy for a good man as a fighter. Next to probably Robert Whittaker, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe there's something that I'm forgetting, but both those guys have always been super fun, super chill guys. Kind of, and like you said, you mentioned we've trained. You've been around guys in the gym, right? There are guys who joined because they were bullies. There were guys who joined because they were bullied, and you almost always know who's going to be the better individual, not only as a fighter and a sportsman, but as an athlete, right? And traditionally, it is those that were bullied that are fighting to protect themselves and learn to better themselves, versus those that are fighting to learn how to fight.
Right.
And I think Max Holloway's that guy. He's a stellar individual.
Martial artist versus a bully,
Yeah, 100%. Martial artist versus fighter, right? And that's why people are like, you don't play boxing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't think you play jiu-jitsu. I don't think you play MMA.
One thing we kind of didn't do as much in this card is we didn't get extremely technical on like on a few of the fights, like how we see the paths of victory.
Yeah,
we didn't get completely technical on how we see them playing out. So for this one, I know it's like pretty basic. A lot of people and a lot of the guys who seems like there's a lot of people on that do these predictions that just kind of like read. I'm not going to say they don't all like train, but I want to get like a little bit technical into how this fight I think is going to go out. And maybe you could put your 2 cents in as well. Like how, like they're going to go, Conor and Max are going to go in there. Is the fight at 155? It has them listed at 155, but I heard it was 170.
Yeah, I thought it was welter as well.
It says welterweight right here. Okay. So
yeah, the Wikipedia has it was listed as a welterweight fight.
Max looks big. Have we seen Max at welter? He's been in quite a few weight classes. I don't know if we've seen him that big.
He's fought catch weight.
Okay. That's probably what I'm thinking. Or like the BMF or something like that.
Yeah.
But so we got them both going in heavier. That favors Conor a little bit because he's naturally gotten bigger.
Yeah.
He's naturally put on some pounds here. And I watched his training video, bro. That guy looks great. I like his training footage, to be honest. Like his pad work, his bag work. He's no doubt a hard worker. And it looks like he's working very hard for this fight, which is great because we might get the old McGregor back. Technically speaking, McGregor's going to throw more kicks. Holloway's not like the biggest kicker. He's more of like the boxer. I've seen in the interviews, Conor McGregor is saying, we're going to see who the best boxer is. So it looks like McGregor is coming in with the attitude of like, I'm going to show you whose hands are better. I don't know if that's McGregor locking himself in to just straight hands. I'm sure he's going to throw some kicks and stuff because I've seen him doing a lot of bag work with kicks in his training footage. So hopefully he's not going to neglect the kicks, because I think the kicks are one of his low key specialties that could be a path of victory to him. Everyone's kind of thinking that left hook is going to land. It's going to drop Max Holloway for the KO or TKO. I think the kicks would be the biggest difference, because the kicks are how he could keep Holloway on the outside. Look at Conor's reach: 74 inches, 69 inches, 5-inch difference, but he's 2 inches shorter. So he's a lanky guy, right?
Yeah.
Those kicks can keep Holloway on the outside. Now it's not the first time Holloway's fought a kicker, but I'm just saying, like, those are keys and advantages McGregor can bring into this fight. Throwing really good kicks, spinning back kicks when Holloway circles. You can throw a spinning back kick. Holloway goes to they're facing each other. Holloway goes to the non-power side to get out, right? To slide out from danger. McGregor throws a spinning back kick to cut him off. That lands like he did to Chad Mendez back in the day. Like, he's got strong kicks. That misses. He's still got Holloway squared up. He might have a shot at throwing that left hook or like a jab or fixing the footwork and getting the advantage here.
Right.
So Max is really going to have to play smart and like pick him when he comes in. Like, he's not going to, I don't think he's going to be teeing off on him like people are kind of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And I think McGregor might land one or two really good like pops on Max where it's like, oh shit, I'm kind of worried for him,
Yeah.
So we're hoping that Max, if you're rooting for Max, you're hoping that Max comes in there and just plays tag and is just clearly the better boxer and good at staying out of danger. So I think it's a little bit closer and more of a crazy fight than people are giving it.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I also think Max is some of the best striking in the game still. He's 34 years old. He's been competing at the highest level the whole time. He hasn't taken a break. In fact, he fights more than almost anyone. So I do think he has the chance to dance around McGregor's ring rust. So I think that's the difference right there. I think Conor's path to victory is probably that, and that simple: sticking to the kicks, sticking to keeping Holloway out. Because what's going to happen is Holloway might land a 1 or 2 combo and land like 2 or 3 tags, kind of like Nate Diaz was doing on McGregor back in the day.
Right.
And then McGregor might land 1 or 2 good ones. But I don't think the judges, and the money is following Conor anymore like it used to. I remember watching that Nate Diaz fight, the second one. Nate would land like a 4-piece combo on Conor, and then Conor would land like 1 hit, and then they'd be like, ooh, nice jab by Conor.
Yeah.
You wouldn't hear anything about and that's what kind of worries me about the chance of the Holloway fight here, is because like, if there's still that hype on McGregor where UFC is trying to still make their money off of him, they're only going to emphasize what McGregor does in the match. And Holloway probably has a smaller chance of knocking Conor out. He's probably going to have to get a decision, maybe a TKO, but Conor's got heart. We've seen fights where Conor is gassed and he's still trying,
Right. I mean, it depends on how much coke they let get through the system on his drug test, but that's going to determine his battery in the cage. I digress.
I'm trying to give the man the benefit of the doubt.
I digress. I think you're right. I think the kicks and the reach are probably going to be his realistic only path to victory. Hopefully his coaches work with him and we're able to get him out of his own head to make him remember fighting and not remember just slobber knockers and trying to attach to win via haram ball. But I'd like to see a big victory here for Holloway. And for us this is the thing that people are going to remember him for. I mean, obviously they fought in the past, right? I don't know if I think you did briefly touch on that, but they fought in the past. So
from the past, Max never stopped, and Max always got better and always grew to the point to where now he's got all these fights and all this experience, and he's still at the top.
Yeah. I hate to say this too, but like, look at the level of competition that Holloway has fought versus the level of competition that McGregor fought over time, right? I mean, when you look at Holloway's record, whether it's a win or a loss, it's the best of the best, the strongest fighters in his divisions from pretty much the time he's been in the sport. So
look at this. I mean, that's true. Like, I go compete at IBJJF. I haven't been there in 2 years. I've got rust. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm in there and I'm not thinking about points as clearly and 3 steps ahead like normal. I'm thinking like in the moment. And that's just getting through the moment because it's like I've got rust, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I think I don't think I can let this shit play. So yeah, this level is freaking crazy. Like,
Yeah,
no,
I mean,
no ducks.
just to talk about rust again, I mean, like, if you take a week off from the gym, you come back and you're getting your clock cleaned every time.
Yes, yes.
Like, it sucks. So I think that this is a Holloway victory. I
Sheesh.
think that I bet the betting odds on this are insane for Holloway. But I don't, you know, I not to harp too much more. I feel like we've talked in circles at this point, but
Yeah.
I think Holloway's far and away the better current fighter.
I agree. I think Holloway's going to take it. I can't tell you how, if it's going to be decision or hopefully a TKO to prove a point. That would be freaking
break his
awesome.
leg again.
Point down at the mat. We always love to see that. Could you imagine if he does that to Conor?
Dude, I think he has to, right? I think for the producers are going to beg him to do it.
Oh, yeah. And honestly, that's what I hope to see the most is a Conor McGregor. Like, he's usually so tactical. I would love to see a point down at the mat and a Conor McGregor, Max Holloway, like 10-second burst. That'd be like, that'd be the coolest thing. Because I don't know. Seeing McGregor oblige, I'd be sick.